Hi friend, and welcome back to Grace by Your Side. I'm so glad you're here. Today I want to talk about something really close to my heart, the gifts and talents God has given each of us, and more importantly, how He's inviting us to use them. Not for striving or status, but for building His kingdom with grace. There's this moment in Scripture that always humbles me. In Exodus 4:2, God asks Moses, "What is in your hand?" And Moses replies, "A staff." Something so ordinary, yet God would use it to part the seas and lead His people. Sometimes the gifts we carry don't feel big enough, but God delights in using the small, ordinary, and overlooked. For me, I have always been drawn to music, especially musicals. I volunteered backstage in musical theatre for over 8 years before I was brave enough to audition for a show. And even then, I sent in a video audition because I was too scared. They asked me to come in anyway, and the musical director helped me to try a different way to sing the song at my audition. And I heard my voice in a way I never had before. Because of them seeing something in me that I couldn't at the time, it led me to do 3 shows in a row and have an opportunity to sing a duet with a friend. I was amazed to see that the fear for singing in front of others had gone. I have stepped away from the theatre at the moment, but I believe that this was the step of faith I needed to begin to use my voice again. So what is in your hand right now? Is it a camera, a notebook, a gentle way with words? That gift matters. It's not random, it's placed there on purpose. In 1 Peter 4:10, it says, "Each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms." Our gifts are extensions of God's grace, and they're meant to be shared. When I look back to 12.5 years ago, it was when I decided to study music and also chose some video and editing courses and also drama. I surprised myself at how these skills came naturally to me, and I didn't realize at the time that God was using this time of learning to weave these talents in for now, for my podcasts and YouTube videos. He gives us creative expression, not just for beauty's sake, but for impact. Your gift, no matter how niche, is a piece of someone else's healing, clarity, or encouragement. Romans 12 reminds us that we are all part of one body, and not everyone is a hand or an eye. We have different gifts according to the grace given to each of us. Romans 12:6. You're not meant to sound like her or lead like him. You're meant to show up as you, in the rhythm and shape God designed you for. Personally, I don't think I've tried to be like someone else to make my gifts seem more impressive, because I've had low self-worth and confidence when it came to them. Maybe you are like that too. Just know that in this season, while you're waiting for God's timing, this is when your gifts and talents will be strengthened, if you choose to let them. So, what is in your hand? Maybe it's time to stop second-guessing it and start offering it. God doesn't need you to do more. He's just asking you to show up with what you've got. Let Him breathe on it. Let Him use it. Let Him make beauty from your obedience. You are already equipped with what you need to begin. Thanks for spending time with me today. If this episode encouraged you, I'd love to hear from you. Share your story, your gift, or even the area you're still unsure about. You can find more encouragement, gentle resources, and notes like this at Grace by Your Side on Facebook, Spotify, or over on Substack. And as always, show up gently. God's already in the details. Talk soon.